Welcome to my presentation session. I'm Eunjeong Park from Suncheon National University, located in South Korea. The title of my presentation is EFL Pre-Service Teachers' Perceptions and Envisioning of Technology Use in ELT. I'm going to present with the background literature and end with pedagogical and research implications throughout the research. Almost for 3 years, we've undergone the COVID-19 pandemic, but a lot of educators and professionals have strived to continue education in various fields. Verdict et al.'s edited volume collected COVID-19 pandemic stories and 3 categories from their collection fit into my research agenda. The first one is online pedagogical strategies. Educators and teachers had to adjust to their curriculum and instruction via technology, and new online pedagogical strategies capitalized on the affordances of technology. So, these scholars presented digital learning strategies such as digital arts-based curriculum, digital storytelling, and so forth. In particular, Goddard suggested remote co-teaching norms that teachers utilize a shared virtual space, held regular consultation meetings online, and shared assignments ahead of time. And the results show that the teachers felt their remote co-teaching is just as strong as a traditional way of teaching. The second category was community and collaboration during the pandemic. As you can see, many educators shared how they collaborated to keep up with the pandemic, and especially webinars during the pandemic helped teachers to develop cross-discipline communities of practice. Some partnership also played an important role, such as home-school connections and school-university partnership. This kind of online community and collaboration helped educators to be prepared and empowered. Because our target participants are pre-service teachers, alternative field experiences for them stood out to me. In this area, scholars and educators try to envision alternative field experiences through virtual internships, the use of simulations and videos to help pre-service teachers to connect theory to practice as a primary goal of field experiences. By reading all the prior literature regarding education during the pandemic, we found that teacher agency as the key to pre-service teachers. According to Priestley et al., teacher agency is defined as a capacity of individuals not only teachers possess, but also manage to achieve their educational goals. It is about the interplay of individuals' capacities and environment conditions. In short, teachers should function as active agents, and we should carefully look whether pre-service teachers have teacher agency, and if they do, we wonder how they do it with it. Teacher agency is a kind of teacher capacity to manage complex situations. Priestley et al. Asserted that teacher agency can be developed through sense-making opportunities, technical skills, such as teaching methodologies, language for critical engagement, collaborative professional inquiry for innovation and engagement, and then leadership, such as approachable, facilitative, protective, and trusty. So, my research agenda includes how Korean pre-service teachers develop their teacher agency during COVID-19. Bearing the literature in mind, this exploratory study occurred in the Department of English Language Education at a medium-sized university in South Korea. The relevant courses were logic and essay writing, material development, and methods over 2 semesters. It's a sort of a longitudinal study. There were initially 30 pre-service teachers who took logic and essay writing. Then, in the subsequent semester, approximately 20 pre-service teachers took material development and methods course. Also, 15 pre-service teachers participated in the interviews as well. Let me explain the phases of the research. In phase 1, it's about perception, more like understanding the pandemic situation and sharing their ideas through academic writing. Phase 2 is the preparation stage of English teaching in their practicum. Lastly, in phase 3, the participating pre-service teachers implemented their lessons to middle or high school students in the pandemic. We conducted interviews, collected written products including essays, lesson plans, reflection notes. We also collected micro-teaching recordings. Micro-teaching recordings were helpful in finding and analyzing how they coped with their lessons with technology use. All of the data sources were analyzed through thematic analysis. In light of the pandemic, the majority of the pre-service teachers strongly maintained technology is a must, and they should develop digital literacy. Many of them consider the use of technology is essential, and they need some training about technology use. Preservice Kim 3 mentioned it is very important to know how to effectively use technology for language teaching and learning. Another pre-service teacher, Park 2, also stated the role of the school will change, providing the training of technology use for both teachers and students in education. They hope to utilize a variety of interactive technology materials by considering blended and flipped learning methods in their classroom. In this regard, some of them refer to digital literacy, which is the ability to use digital media, and digital literacy should be developed in order to be a successful language teacher after the pandemic. On top of technology use as the sufficient condition, we are able to categorize their thoughts and work with these 21st century skills, such as communication, creativity, critical thinking, and collaboration. Briefly, communication refers to on and offline communication and interactions. Collaboration indicates one's capability of participating in the digital networks. Critical thinking is about the development of how to cope with the unexpected challenges. Creativity varies. Creativity skill is close to project-based learning, problem-solving, multimodality, and well-rounded education. In terms of communication, many pre-service teachers had to deal with online communication with their students. From the beginning of the day, some pre-service teachers had to call their students over the phone so that the students could participate in online classes. Another pre-service teacher made this comment: I want to interact with my students by developing belongings and rapport. For collaboration, Some pre-service teachers witnessed that the teachers collaborated with each other to deal with sudden confirmed cases and realized the importance of collaboration to overcome the challenges and difficulties. Critical thinking is closely related to their instructional tactics and strategies. For example, Kim Won, the first pre-service teacher, didn't know how to deal with some misbehaved students, but she figured out call-out responses to resolve the issue. The second pre-service teacher, Lee, realized her first lesson was one-way or one-sided knowledge transfer, and decided to manage her lesson with various ways of teaching, such as audiovisual materials, word mind map worksheet, and some reading strategies such as skimming and scanning, quizzes using Kahoot technology. Creativity includes a lot of things. So this part was found among several pre-service teachers' teaching experiences. For example, one pre-service teacher implemented project-based learning in her assigned classes. She proposed project-based learning about making the newspaper, and the students had to do some research and put them into the words and also add some pictures like that. Another teacher also showed some multimodality for meaning making. So here is a quote. I used Digimon and group characters for my students because the content of the lesson was too difficult for them because I didn't want some students to fall behind. In this regard, of course, this sort of multimodality, the using this multimodality is quite creative. Also, these are found in different pre-service teachers. For example, Park mentioned, we should acknowledge a variety of students' needs. With this acknowledgement, I want to make my lesson focusing on problem solving through discussions. Kim 3 mentioned, I think humanistic approaches are necessary by encouraging students with compliments and positive feedback. And the last teacher mentioned, through the practical experiences, I decided to develop a better lesson with more creativity. So far, we found that pre-service teachers perceived technology use is very important and they strive to develop digital literacy. Also, communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity as the 21st century skill matter for the development of teacher agency. All things considered, our preliminary findings showed some of the components that Hershon and Baumgartner illustrated. Digital tools, professional development, and community building are very critical in pre-service teachers' language teaching. Digital tools are connected to pre-service teachers' readiness. It's important for pre-service teachers to determine the most appropriate mode of digital tools for specific remote teaching and learning applications. In professional development, their attitude matters most. Teachers should be willing to develop professionalism in any mode of teaching and learning. Teachers need to be provided with opportunities to develop in remote, online, and blended teaching and learning opportunities. Lastly, pre-service teachers need community building to get over challenges and unique issues related to both the newness and complexities associated with online and remote learning. So this additional support is needed to encounter some challenges. And all of these also can help preserve teachers develop their teacher agency. These are some selected references. Thank you for your listening.